Ice Age humans faced unique challenges finding partners beyond their small groups. Imagine a world where your entire social circle numbers only a few dozen individuals. They needed water, information, trade, and crucial future relationships. Where did these early people find love and build families across vast prehistoric landscapes? Small, mobile communities consisted of parents, children, siblings, and cousins. A very limited number of unrelated adults also formed part of these close-knit groups. Choosing partners only within one tiny group could lead to social and biological issues. Avoiding close relatives for mating was key for genetic diversity and group health. This recognition of kin often depended on intricate social rules and deep memory. Remembering family histories, sometimes stretching across generations, proved vital. Social rules guided partner selection, ensuring harmony within the small community. Individuals often moved between groups, expanding their social and genetic options. Maintaining relationships with outside groups provided a crucial safety net for survival. Prehistoric people did not understand modern genetics, but recognized close kin practically. They could distinguish family connections without any knowledge of DNA or science. What happens when everyone near your age is already part of your family? A common dilemma. Such a situation would demand innovative solutions to find suitable life partners. Early humans had to look beyond their immediate camps to ensure their group's future. Survival depended on more than just food, it required clever social and mating strategies. The need for broader social networks became a fundamental aspect of human existence. Kinship knowledge was primarily passed down from parents, teaching the next generation. Grandparents, with their vast experience, often reinforced these essential family connections. Names might have served as simple identifiers, linking individuals to specific lineages. Stories about ancestors and shared experiences preserved a rich oral history of kinship. Shared memories of events, births, and deaths solidified bonds within the group. Knowing birth histories, who was born to whom, was key for kinship understanding. Family resemblance, though subjective, could offer visual clues about relationships. Social roles often defined who was considered family within the wider community. Repeated gatherings brought distant relatives together, reinforcing their shared heritage. Knowing who arrived from another group helped integrate newcomers into the kinship network. Biological kinship and social kinship were not always identical in prehistoric societies. A person might be treated as family, even without being a close genetic relative by birth. Another could be biologically related but raised elsewhere, altering their social standing. Modern surnames, marriage documents, or complex family trees were not present then. The systems for tracking relationships were far simpler, yet incredibly effective. Spoken memories formed a dynamic, simple mental network connecting people and lineages. Oral tradition was the bedrock of their social structure, vital for understanding kin. These early humans navigated a complex web of relationships, critical for their survival. Seasonal animal migrations brought different human groups together at strategic points. River crossings and shared water sources often served as natural meeting places for clans. Coastal food gatherings could unite communities, sharing rich marine resources seasonally. Shared stone sources for toolmaking were critical gathering spots, fostering interactions. Sheltered valleys provided safe havens, drawing multiple groups together during harsh times. Large hunting events, especially for megafauna, often required cooperation between groups. Visits during good weather facilitated easier travel and more frequent, sustained contact. Funerals or significant ceremonies might have drawn wider social networks together. Exchange between familiar communities maintained alliances and strengthened social ties. These represent possible scenarios, not universal Ice Age events across all regions. Such gatherings provided vital opportunities to trade materials, rare and essential goods. They could exchange news about distant lands, resources, and other wandering groups. Renewing alliances was crucial for mutual support in a challenging, unpredictable world. Crucially, these meetings offered chances to meet unfamiliar people outside one's kin. Individuals could observe skills, assess reputations, and gauge potential partners. Future visits or exchanges could be arranged, building bridges between distinct communities. Many friendships and potential partnerships could blossom from these important encounters. However, meetings could also create tension, uncertainty, or even competition for resources. Not every encounter was peaceful, nor was every interaction marked by outright violence. It was a delicate balance of cooperation, caution, and the pursuit of mutual benefit. Qualities like kindness, empathy, and a gentle nature may have influenced partner choice. Reliability in sharing tasks and resources was likely a highly valued trait in a partner. Skill in hunting, gathering, or crafting tools would ensure a partner's contribution. A sense of humor and ability to lighten spirits could be attractive in tough times. Good health and resilience were naturally important for survival and raising children. Patience, especially with children or during difficult tasks, was probably a cherished trait. A willingness to share resources, showing generosity, indicated a valuable companion. Social reputation, being well regarded by others, would certainly matter for trust. Knowledge of plants, animals, or roots could signify a wise and capable partner. Existing family relationships and alliances might also play a role in partner selection. Physical attraction, though subjective, probably played its part, as it does for humans. The ability to cooperate smoothly with others was essential for group harmony and survival. There was no single, universal prehistoric beauty standard. Preferences likely varied. It was not only strength or hunting ability that mattered, many diverse traits were valued. People learned about each other by observing their food-sharing habits and generosity. Observing childcare practices revealed nurturing qualities, essential for future families. Observing tool work demonstrated skill and dedication, important for group productivity. How someone managed conflict or contributed to peace was a clear indicator of character. Would you choose the strongest person, or the one everyone trusted during a crisis? Beads, often crafted from shells or bone, may have served as personal social signals. Pendants, like the one seen earlier, could communicate identity or group affiliation. Pigments, used on the body or objects, might signify status or ritual importance. Clothing styles, though simple, could subtly convey group membership or individual taste. Hairstyles, intricate or plain, might have served as visible markers of identity. Decorated tools were not just practical, they could also carry symbolic or personal meaning. Personal objects, cherished and carried, could speak volumes about their owner's story. Group-specific patterns or designs might have acted as early forms of tribal identification. Ornaments may have communicated individual identity and affiliation with certain groups. They clearly signaled group membership, making strangers easier to recognize and approach. Status or achievement could be subtly conveyed through the rarity or complexity of items. Personal taste, an expression of individuality, was likely displayed through adornments. Achievements, perhaps from successful hunts or significant contributions, could be honored. Relationships, alliances, or family ties could be symbolized through shared or gifted items. Many specific meanings are now lost to time, but their purpose was surely complex. An ornament could attract attention while also helping strangers recognize social ties. A new partnership might involve one individual joining another community permanently. Sometimes, a couple might move together, establishing a new household between communities. Regular movement between two groups, maintaining ties, was also a possible pattern. Temporary residence during specific seasons or events allowed for broader interactions. Seasonal visits strengthened bonds and provided opportunities for new partnerships to form. Families could maintain strong ties with both communities, fostering wider connections. There was no single, universal residence system. Different groups likely had varied customs. Avoid presenting male or female movement as a fixed Ice Age rule for all societies. Ancient DNA may sometimes reveal patterns consistent with movement between groups. However, one location cannot represent every prehistoric society's migration patterns. Moving involved practical challenges, learning new routes and understanding customs. Newcomers had to build trust within their adopted community, a gradual process. Missing original relatives and adapting to different foods or tools were also difficulties. Maintaining connections with the original group was often important for ongoing support. This mobility is a testament to human adaptability and the power of social bonds. Partnerships served a purpose beyond individuals, connecting entire communities meaningfully. A relationship between two people might support food sharing during scarce times. It could facilitate safe travel through unfamiliar territories, with allies along the way. Access to distant, vital resources became possible through these extended networks. Information exchange about game, weather, and other groups was crucial for survival. Shelter during emergencies or harsh winters could be provided by connected families. Cooperation during large hunts or gathering efforts was greatly enhanced by these ties. Child support and protection were strengthened through extended family alliances. Conflict reduction between groups was a natural outcome of intercommunity relationships. Movement of tools, ideas, and innovations spread more efficiently through these networks. Not every relationship was solely arranged for group benefit. Personal attachment mattered. Personal attachment and wider social consequences could certainly coexist and reinforce each other. Could one partnership connect two groups more strongly than any traded object or resource? A new family unit depended heavily on mothers, central to childcare and community life. Fathers provided crucial support, protection, and shared in teaching essential skills. Grandparents offered wisdom, childcare assistance, and maintained social cohesion. Older siblings often helped care for younger ones, sharing responsibilities within the family. Other relatives and trusted group members also played roles in raising children and providing care. Not every household was a modern nuclear family, structures were often more flexible. Shared childcare was a communal effort, strengthening bonds across the entire group. Food sharing within families and across the group ensured everyone had sustenance. Protection and teaching survival skills were vital, ensuring the next generation's future. Mobility, conflicts, long childhoods, and support during illness shaped family dynamics. Relationships could be stable, temporary, flexible, or shaped by unknown social customs. The focus remained on cooperation and mutual support, rather than romantic fantasy alone. Ancient DNA helps researchers investigate close biological relationships within groups. It can shed light on population size, genetic diversity, and ancient demographic patterns. Genetic diversity levels suggest how widely groups interbred and maintained their health. Movement between populations can be traced, indicating social exchange and migration. DNA can reveal levels of close relative reproduction, informing social avoidance strategies. It helps piece together connections between distant communities, building ancient maps. However, DNA cannot reveal love, consent, attraction, or personal conflict directly. Sangha provides a cautious example of individuals with limited close kinship, a unique find. Neanderthal community evidence illustrates how social patterns could differ greatly. Archaeology preserves bones, DNA, ornaments, tools, camps, and raw materials. It does not preserve most conversations, flirting, rejections, or private feelings. Relationship disputes, family negotiations, and personal promises are largely lost to time. The evidence reveals connection, movement, and kinship better than raw emotion. Back at the river, the young adults observe each other as groups exchange goods. Later, the unfamiliar pendant is exchanged for a small object from the other community. Ice Age humans avoided isolation through movement, memory, meetings, and social networks. What would matter most in a partner? Skill, kindness, trust, or family approval?